So this article is just from a few days ago, where the Department of Tourism is considering a COVID-19 digital travel pass for the resumption of international travel. And we'll come back to this article in just a moment. So recently, I asked the question on one of my polls on my community tab, when do you think international tourism will reopen in the Philippines? And with 44% of the votes, you guys said by the end of 21 in time for Christmas. And then there was another 26% who thought the first half of next year. Now, I felt that was very interesting considering at the moment the Philippines is really struggling with coronavirus. But the reality is that many Filipinos are starving or doing it very tough in the Philippines due to the economical circumstances. And the Philippines government are very aware of this, and they're trying to do what they can to get the international tourism section open again so many Filipinos can start earning a living again. And I certainly know that many of you guys are very keen to get back over to the Philippines to be with your girlfriend, fiance, or wife. So what I'm about to show you here in this article may give you a little bit more hope that by the end of this year, you could be on your way to the Philippines. So in this article, which was on the 7th of April 2021, it says, as part of its preparations for the safe resumption of international travel, the Department of Tourism is eyeing to adopt a COVID-19 travel pass as a requirement for passengers visiting the Philippines. The Tourism Secretary floated this possibility during a meeting with the International Air Transport Association and local tourism industry leaders. This move is parallel with the steps undertaken by other countries that have successfully relaxed borders to visitors amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The Department of Tourism recognises the challenges that the country is currently facing due to the pandemic. The agency's work is centred on the gradual and careful reopening of tourism destinations to support livelihoods, with health and safety as our top priority. So they're very aware, as I said before, that many Filipinos are doing it very tough. And in fact, many more are even starving now than there was before the pandemic commenced. They go on to say that albeit on its testing stage, the travel pass, which offers safe and convenient travel, has so far been helpful to airlines that have adopted it for trial. The travel pass, developed by the IATA, the Trade Association for Passenger and Cargo Airlines worldwide, offers a global standardized solution that will enable the validation and authentication of different country regulations regarding COVID-19 passenger travel requirements. As of April 4, 2021, more than 20 airlines and airline groups are using Travel Pass technology solutions on a trial basis. A Travel Pass app, which will enable passengers to create a digital passport to verify their tests or vaccinations with regulatory authorities and submit requirements such as test results or vaccination certificates to facilitate travel. So clearly people are going to need to have the vaccinations and the digital certificate in order to fly. Now, this is the interesting part that for all you guys keen to get to the Philippines will be very interested in, and it may just give you some hope that you'll get there sometime this year. Department of Transport is hoping to safely reopen the country's tourist destinations to international visitors once it adopts the IATA Travel Pass. However, she clarified this will be done only when the time is right. In a press conference last February 17, the tourism chief also expressed hopes that the country will be able to reopen to foreign tourists this year. So that's this year in 2021 we're talking. She, however, stressed there is no timeline for this yet, given the changing coronavirus protocols. We're hoping slowly. We're hoping this year we'll be able to open up to other countries, not only confined to Balikbayans. So there it is. They're hoping this year. So that's their goal, as far as I can tell, is they're pushing to try and make this happen this year because they understand that many Filipinos are really struggling and in some cases do not have food. To boost the public's confidence in the Philippine tourism, she said she's in favour of the vaccination pass or passport, a document proving that one has been vaccinated against COVID-19. So there it is, guys. I've been saying this for many months now, that the Philippines can't afford to stay closed. Yes, they've got to look after their people as far as their health goes, but the economic damage that's being done in that country right now is very severe. And that alone is causing so much more grief than the pandemic itself. But of course, traveling to the Philippines is going to be somewhat different than it was pre the pandemic. So it could involve wearing face masks on the plane, in the airports, wherever you go in the Philippines. And certainly, as pointed out, you will need to have the vaccination and you will need to have a digital passport of some sort by the look of it. Whatever else they come up with in the meantime, who knows? But at least things are looking a little bit brighter than they did a few months back. So if you're excited by this news, let me know in the comments and let me know about your plans to get back to the Philippines as soon as possible. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.